Hello guys, so today we're going to be doing the food labels and processed food session. So session 6 in your books. Let's crack on. So to start with, as we do at every start of the video, if you have any health conditions, please let us know. Obviously this is an online session, so you won't be able to do it online, but please let us know via practitioner's email, practitioner's phone number, or simply let us know in the session. If you need any additional resources, there's some down the bottom, some recipes and some exercises that you can all try at home. So you're not so much reliant on the videos that we put out and also the sessions that we intend. So again, every week we do the weekly goal review. So if you were doing session 5, I think it would have been fats or something like that. So please, could you have a look at the nutritional goal, the physical activity goal, and did you hit it? Yes, being a tick, no, being an X, PB equals partly. Any comments you have about this? So was it easy? Was it hard? So if you did make that goal and you did achieve it, was it hard to achieve or did you find it quite easy to achieve? So you want to pause the video here, sort of 5 minutes, make sure you get all that down, and then we'll come back. Cool. So hopefully you've got that down. We're going to move on now. So objective for today. So learn how to read a food packaging label front and back. Provide tools to support reading labels, so traffic light decoders, for example, and then to compare products by their labels, and also to understand marketing and packaging claims. As some of them can be somewhat off and actually not work out. To learn about processed foods and the comparison energy density to cooking at home as well. Nice. So moving on. Here we have the traffic light system. Okay, so this is what's mostly on all packaging. Now you'll see the information there. So information being displayed are calories, which is the energy we use, fats, saturated fats, sugars, and salts. So it doesn't show other macronutrients such as uh, overall carbohydrates, our fibers, or our proteins. We'll have to look on the back of the package for that. But it does give us a basis of whether food's going to be healthy or not. And it's best to know that this is per 100 grams. Now you can see the red is obviously going to be bad, the orange is going to be okay, green's going to be good, orange going to be okay. But we'll speak more about the amber section in more detail soon. Now, when we talk about the traffic light system, we really want to look at the percentages of the national intake, what we should be having. So there we go, 11% is 8 grams. So it's nearly a tenth of what we're allowed a day in only a quarter of this pot, whatever this food was. So percentage, yeah, there we go. So percentage highlights how much of an adult's reference intake is per nutrient. Now, when we look at this, red means high, obviously, amber means medium, and green means low. Don't need to explain that in a bit more detail, but have more greens and ambers and less reds for a healthier, balanced diet. Now, when we turn on the back, you will see the ingredients here. So I think there's some examples. Cool. So the ingredients are placed in weight order, sometimes including percentage. Okay, so the highest ingredient will be at the front and the lowest at the back. Any allergies must be stated on the packaging. Best before is important here. So best before means the quality of food will be best before the date used by our foods that are safety, basically, so our food for food safety, eat before this date. Whereas best before means you can have it after that date, but it might not be as good. At the top here, we have official legal name of the product. So that has to be shown at the top. And then if his product is certified as vegan or vegetarian, the stamp can be included as well. So you can get quite a lot of information just from this one page here, without going into all the macronutrients. So there we go. So on the back of every product, you'll normally get the nutritional information. Okay. Now, nutritional information on the back of the side of the food packaging is mandatory, and some brands may include the vitamin mineral information, but that's voluntary. So they don't have to do that, but some brands do, especially if they want to sell it as a vitamin product. You'll most likely see that. Now, on the back, you can see some typical values. So it shows us our fats and saturated fats, which we already know on the front. Carbs, and then it shows which of sugars, so we will know that from the front and get some sort of idea. But then it goes into our fiber and protein. Now, fiber is super important to keep us satiated, and we should be looking at a fiber intake. So if we can see the fiber on the back, that's really, really important. Now, when it comes to protein, that's also important, and we don't get that knowledge from the front of the packaging. So we always should be turning our foods over just to see the packaging on the front and the back. Now it gives you a per 100 grams and a per 10-gram serving in this one. Normally you'll guarantee to find a 100-gram one, and then there will be per servings that might change from 10 grams to 45 grams to 20 grams, etc. So, uh, cool. So this is a really important page actually here. So you can see the traffic light system displayed here. Now in the green, you've got the lower values, so what you need to have the lower ones. In the amber, you've got the range of the amber, and in the red, you've got the more than the reds. Super important to have a look at the amber section here because the range is huge. So if we're saying amber's okay to have most of the time and we're having 3.1 grams of fat, for example, that's going to be okay to have most of the time. Actually, it's going to be a healthier choice because it's going to be 0.1 grams of a healthier choice. It's going to be very close to being in the green. However, if we're having a 17.5 grams of fat amber most of the time, you could argue that isn't okay to have most of the time. So the range is quite big. With this knowledge, instead of looking just at the actual color, let's have a look at the number as well. Excuse me. Let's have a look at the number as well. So if we are having a look at this number, we want it to be lower in that amber range and not as high as we want it to be. So the lower it is, the better it is. Okay. Now these are marketing packaging claims. Okay, so nutritional claims on packaging regulated by law, examples below. So sugar-free must contain less than 0.5 grams of sugar per 100 grams, but it could still contain sugar, which is good to know. Low fat must contain less than 3 grams of fat per 100 grams, and high in fiber must contain at least 6 grams of fiber per 100 grams. Okay, so sugar free is the most important one there, especially if we're diabetic. Okay, it still could have sugar in. Now, processed foods often have more energy and are higher in fat, salt, and sugar. They often use fiber during processing. Fiber is super important for us, and we need to try and get that as bang on as we can. So, if we're having more processed foods, the salt and sugar are going to rise. Okay, and if our salt's rising, our heart condition will also risk will rise. And also, if our fat's rising, then our cholesterol will probably rise, and we will end up having some other health issues as well. So if we can limit that and increase our fiber intake, so therefore not having processed foods, then that will help and go a long way as well. Now, just to finish off here, we want to do weekly goal setting. Okay, so what we did at the start, pause the video for sort of 5 minutes or so now. I'm actually going to get you to pause it for around 10 minutes because what I want you to do is go to your cupboards, find a package, food packaging, and I want you to analyze it. Okay, so I want you to have a look at the saturated fats, the protein, the fiber, the salt, the sugar. Have a look at the packaging. Is it displayed really obviously if it's a healthy product or not? Is it trying to almost mug us off by saying, oh, this is a healthy product, but actually, if you have a look at the details, it's not healthy at all? Or is it displayed as healthy and is healthy? Have a look at that for sort of 5 minutes. Do that in your head, analyze that, see, okay, this is a healthy product that I have in my home because I look at these ranges and I know it's green. After that, have a look at your weekly setting. And yeah, pause the video for 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes and complete that, please, guys. So next session will be carbohydrates. And again, if you've got any questions about this, because of course the virtual sessions are much shorter, and you do the activities on your own. So it's only sort of a 10-minute, 15-minute video. But if you have any questions, please let me know in person. And make sure that is you're not confused, and you can tell me in person or tell any practitioner at the sessions, and I sure